Hi friends, I want to do this quick video because I want your honest opinion about this decision I have to make. I hate to reach out to you, but I really need honest opinion from your perspective of what I should do. Now, what this is going to involve is that this is when I was attacked in Phoenix, Arizona, and there actually was near Scottsdale from a hospital. And a private hospital when I went to help a lady who's going to commit suicide. Didn't know her, a stranger, but I cannot handle somebody having that kind of type of situation. But anyway, so there's this driver who's in this vehicle that I found on the street because the police didn't want to deal with her, and I wanted to make sure she wasn't going to commit suicide. It's a true scary moment, right? So so she wanted to go to this specific hospital, which we took her to. During there, I get attacked, okay? I got attacked by 3 security guards, okay? And you can rewatch this whole video, and I'm going to show you this video of what happens. Now, here's the thing that I need to ask you. I know you're busy, and I appreciate if you can just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, because I'm trying to get a general sense of whether this is worth the time or money. And this is not completely about the money, this lawsuit that I want to do. It's about, being justice here on earth, right? And also I want to use those funds to seed things and seed some great programs that can help some really cool things. Like whether I haven't told you this, that I've been working with a magnetic company that's actually with a representative here in Long Beach, California, that I want to bring true anti-gravity type technology, like Back to the Future. Things that you'll be able to float on, have a good time. We can use this people who are like paraplegics, or just even grandmothers and grandparents, people old that want to just fly like Superman. Children are going to love this. That is one of the things I want to do. Also, I've been exploring and working with some individuals here in California to do new medical treatment. Some amazing stuff to help heal through light energy and magnetism. Okay, but I got to have the seed money to do these things. And I tell you what, it's rough for me being on these roads, right? Half the time I'm homeless because I can't afford the money. So like tonight I'll be sleeping on the side of the road. So it'd be nice to use this as seed money to finally break out of this thing and actually have some kind of more place to settle in and actually focus on these great things that I have, right? And so it's not about just me, it's about helping to do some positive things to this world. Because that's what I'm about. It's not about the money of seeing these guys. It's part of that, but it's part of to get me to rebuilding after all the stuff that I've been through. Because I lost a lot of money in Colorado, and basically I have been I'm in a rebuild mode. So here's the thing is, sorry going about that, but here's the thing is, I need your honest opinion when you watch this, because this is the problem. Is I had gone through 12 attorneys in Arizona because it's going to be a civil lawsuit that would not. They said that they weren't interested. And I could never get a clear understanding of why. It wasn't necessarily because there wasn't enough evidence or it wasn't the right type of lawsuit. They just will never tell you. You can never get a straight answer. And you got to realize that sometimes this stuff has been done to me by the other side. When I had a company in Colorado, they shut down bank accounts and everything to make sure that I would be homeless and broke on the streets. Kid you not. Now, it's okay because I've turned those into positive things. But the stories, when people hear my story, they said, man, you could write a movie about the stuff that you've gone through. Because I'm telling you, I have been bankrupt, broke, and just destroyed by the system, right? That every time I tried to get out of it, another angle, something would blow up in my face. I even had a guy here in Chinatown that used to be a former CEO of a bank that started a bank here in town, that I was going to actually help him get me some seed money to start some of these businesses, to start making a change and do some positive things that's real. Guess what? It is weird. He is disappearing on me. I'm not kidding you. I'm actually worried about the individual. He was starting to be a really great friend, and he is gone. And we don't know where he's at. Kid you not. That has happened to me so many times. I've had a business partner or this person or that, or people that is going to start a new projects or something to not only get myself out to help them and also to do some positive things in this world. They saw, boom, gone immediately. Every angle. Now, I know it's just not just me, because this has happened to other people that's not even in a different spiritual aspect of me. There was a gentleman in Great Britain. He said, I don't understand what's happening. Mandela affected. Yeah, if you've ever seen his channel. He said every time he's just about to break out and start to make some money to help be more stable, something happened to him. A car accident. Somebody slammed in his car one time when he was going to start doing some type of Uber stuff in Britain. They said he got a block away and somebody smashed in his car. He said, I swear to God, there is something working against me, trying to keep me from, rising above. See, I'm not even asking to be rising above. I'm just asking to get stable, just to have a normal type of livelihood on this earth. Because I'm not telling you, I mean, seriously, I do not have the funds to afford any of the basic necessities. I've had to become a minimalist, right? It's horrible. But anyway, so here's the deal. I've been rambling about this long, but I just want you to understand my position. It doesn't mean this whether it's right or wrong just because where I'm coming from. But you got to understand that if I do this, it's going to take time and energy. I don't know how much, because I've studied business law with my MBA degree, but criminal. I'm not saying criminal. There was a criminal offense on this, but I didn't prosecute for the criminal part. This will be a civil lawsuit. Okay. Now you understand that these individuals are so demonic that when I originally talked to them over, it's almost 2 years now, then all I said is one apology from them, and told the officers that's all I want. I said I don't want them to disrespect or hurt somebody else, and I just want an apology. Well, they wouldn't even bother getting an apology. It was weird. I mean, these three individuals are so demonic. Even when I was trying to talk to them about, trying to come to some kind of, just saying, can we come to some kind of peace with this, that you don't promise not to do this to anybody else. And and just say, I'm sorry. You don't really need to apologize to me, because I'll take it either way. But just that you're not going to hurt somebody else. They hung up the phone on me, and I actually called them about 2 months ago. They remember me. I just being nice. I said, hey, my name is Kirk James. I'd like to talk to you about this situation. And boy, same thing. Guy had an attitude and hung up the phone with me. The male version of Karen. So here's the deal. So what's at the stakes here? Here's the thing is that the lawsuit could be up to $500,000, okay? But I'm going to probably just seek $100,000 if I do this. So there's $100,000, but it's going to cost me over $3,000 to get this done, because I can't even find an attorney, so I have to hire a paralegal, paralegal writer, because I can't write the initial lawsuit. That they said they'll do it for $750, but there'll be another $500 just to file it with the court system. It'll be a federal court system, not a state. Now there's the issue. When you go to federal, you have to have all jurors say that there's not one question from one juror. If one of those says it's questionable, then I lose the whole lawsuit. Okay, so that's why I have to put up. That's why I'm putting this money up. And all of that is the time. It's a high risk, because if you do state, but you only get like $5,000 if it's the state of Arizona. But $5,000 ain't worth my time or money. It's not. So here's the deal. If I sue for, come out of court settlement, they tend to want to sell out of court, because the attorneys they're going to hire, they're going to tell me, you just better sell this guy out of court. And usually, most court cases, not all, tend to be mediation once you take them to federal. And the reason I get to do federal, because I'm not a resident of Arizona. Okay. So, and there'll be several people involved in the lawsuit. There'll be there'll be the hospital. There'll be the security guard company if it's not held by the hospital. There will be the individual themselves, and so there can be other parties in this lawsuit, right? Anybody responsible, and that's what will happen in discovery phase. And the reason I'm asking now is because I've run out of time trying to get this done with, dealing with trying all these attorneys, and of course traveling all the time across the country and all these other things, right? There's my issue. Now, here's the thing that you got to keep in mind here. That I truly had physical damage. My right shoulder was hyperextended when I'm going to show you this video, where I had damage to my shoulder and I was in pain constantly. I couldn't even sleep, right? It caused me serious pain, my friends, and it hurts. So, but I deal with the pain all the time, and it actually just cost me, because I was working in Poway unloading some semi-trucks, and that shoulder hurt all the time. I actually lost feeling in my hands even. It was numb from the damage, because when they hyperextended the individual, they tore some muscle tissue. And so you got to realize my evidence is that I had physical therapy from a San Diego physician that said, yes, you tore your tissue and all these other things, right? And so we've I had that. Now, so I wanted to do massage therapy on top of this, okay? That I have approval for massage therapy. So it's real damage, and it's painful and things like this. So anyway, but just because you have real damage, you have to prove to court that it was done by them, and then all these other things, right? And I know that some of you probably don't, because I don't even familiar with all the laws and how the in a civil lawsuit the procedures for this. Okay. The problem is that I have a lot of things I want to do and get moving forward, and my time is just brutal right now because it's getting the springtime, and I got all these things. There's, I'm even, I have all these plans of working with people to already start reestablish some business fronts and stuff like that, right? Or some products and services. So it's going to be a cost, and it's a risk, and there's always a risk in life, right? So what happened is I'd give this money. So it's going to cost me $750 initially to file the lawsuit, and then I said like $500 for the court fees, and then from there it's going to be all my responsibility. And I have 20 days. It's called discovery phase to get more details of who's involved, and they all should be discovery asking me questions as well, right? So I'll have to do these things, and so I'll have to be focusing heavy, the first month, and trying to understand law, figure out this, and how to proceed with this, right? I can't keep affording this paralegal guy to continue this forward because he does piecemeal, and every time it's going to be a lot of money if I'm not careful. So I need to do a lot on my own. So I'm going to be tingled with this, like taking a job on this on top of this, and it's already every day it takes. See, you don't realize every day the things I have to do to survive on these streets. There's a lot of time involved every day. You got to buy ice for your cooler. You got to, take care of things. You got to take care of your vehicle. You've got to plan out every day. You got to plan this. And so I spend, 3 hours minimum, sometimes even more. Sometimes when my vehicle's down, it's more. So anything can happen with this month, that within these 20 days, that I'm just going to be out of my mind, right? So, okay. So I'm going to show the video. So, if, I said not to rant about this. Like, God, Kirk. But see, I need somebody from honest opinion. And I told you, I don't have, I've asked some people that are friends that some are like, well, don't waste your time. Some are like, well, don't know. And even my mother, she's like, God, Kirk, I have no idea. So, it is going to be a personal decision, but I need your help. And I don't normally ask for help out there. But like I said, if you can just give me yes, no, and, I just really appreciate that. Because I'm not so confused. But this one's a tough one for me, right? And so anyway, I'm going to show you the video, because this way I want you to look at the video, and I want you to just see what happened. The problem is the video does not show one of the individuals reaching through the window and hyperextending it, and there was so much excitement and pain that my mother says, well, you didn't scream when he ripped your arm off. But you got to realize when you have that adrenaline and kicking, that I was like, I was like blown away. They didn't even attack me to begin with. It was so stupid of them. So in that process, when one hyperextends my arm, my cell phone actually flies out and hits the floor. And so, but I don't have a good video of him actually hyperextending my arm. Okay. So if you saw this video as a juror, and, what would you think? That's when you said, well, there's not enough there, Kirk. I would, this has to be without a reasonable doubt, my friends. That reasonable doubt that I was attacked, right? Because I said there cannot be one juror that says, well, I don't know, right? So anyway, it's all a gamble. And that's what I do not like about this system. I can't stand it, don't want to be involved in it. But sometimes we got to do what we got to do. Sometimes you got to fight evil with evil, and sometimes you got to stand up, right? So I'm going to show you this real quick, and you can actually search it. Search for Captain Kirk Suicide is not painless of this video, okay? But I'm going to show you, hopefully, and I got a background noise. This my inverter's recharging my backup battery. So anyway, here we go. And I hope that here we go. And like I said, I'm gonna play this once, but you might have to. And it goes long. I'm going to stop it after the first 2 minutes, and that's only That's the only piece I'm going to give them because it's all they really need. Other than me rambling and talking to the guy about how crazy they were and sociopaths. But here we go.
And that's being complimentary. We'll figure something else out. No problem. You want shit, 2 minutes. Yeah. Well, you don't I'm a friend. Everybody, listen. Are you gonna? I'm a friend. Now, are you gonna let her in or not? She doesn't want to be seen. She doesn't have to be seen. She said yes. She said yes now, sir. Calm down. I'm gonna leave. She said yes. Thank you so much. Don't touch my damn phone. You can go. What's your name? Don't touch my phone, sir. Get out of here. I'm coming back with the damn. Don't you put your finger on the damn window. I have all the damn right. I believe in God is the damn right. You shut your mouth. You kidding me? Yeah. What's your name, brother? Deborah. Hurry, bud. God, you check. Sorry, get out of here. Shut me. He's not part of this. Bud.